They'll hug you when you're crying. They'll listen like they truly care. They'll tell you, "I understand you more than anyone," and you'll believe them. But what if I told you? The person who understands your emotions the best might also be the one using them to hurt you. This is the dark empath. What is a dark empath? We've all heard of narcissists, people who crave attention, lack empathy, and often manipulate others. But what if someone had empathy, yet still manipulated you? Not because they couldn't feel your pain, but because they could, and chose to use it against you. That's what makes dark empaths so dangerous. They have the traits of the dark triad, narcissism, Machiavellianism, psychopathy, but they also have one more weapon: empathy. Empathy is a tool. In the wrong hands, it becomes a weapon. In 2020, psychologist Dr. Nadja Heym and her team conducted a study with over 1,000 participants. They discovered a unique group of people who scored high in empathy, but also high in dark triad traits. They called them dark empaths. These people weren't emotionless. In fact, they understood emotions very well, both theirs and others. But instead of using that for connection, they used it for control. According to the study, dark empaths are more socially agreeable on the surface, but they still manipulate, guilt trip, and emotionally exploit others. They're not loud or aggressive. They're charming, soft-spoken, thoughtful, but calculated. Real-life signs you're dealing with a dark empath. They mirror your feelings perfectly, but later twist them. They guilt trip you subtly, saying things like, "After all I've done for you, this is how you treat me?" They make you emotionally dependent while staying emotionally distant themselves. They play victim to avoid blame. You feel confused, like you're always the one apologizing, even when you're not wrong. You don't see the knife coming because they hold it behind a smile. The most dangerous people are those who can hurt you while convincing you that they're the victim. So what makes someone like this? Why would a person use empathy as a weapon? Unlike psychopaths, dark empaths don't lack empathy entirely. They have cognitive empathy, the ability to understand what you're feeling, but low affective empathy. They don't emotionally feel your pain. So they know exactly where it hurts, they just don't care that it does. Many of them had childhoods where manipulation was survival, or grew up learning that control equals safety. But as adults, they repeat these patterns, quietly damaging everyone around them. How to protect yourself from a dark empath. The hardest part about dealing with a dark empath is that they don't look dangerous. They might be the nice friend who always checks in, the partner who knows exactly how to comfort you, the coworker who gives compliments and then uses your insecurities behind closed doors. They don't destroy you all at once. They do it in invisible cuts until you stop recognizing yourself. So how do you protect yourself from someone who knows your heart better than you do? 1. Trust patterns, not apologies. Anyone can say sorry. But if they keep repeating the same behavior, even with tears in their eyes, that's not growth. That's emotional manipulation. True empathy changes behavior. Fake empathy buys more time. 2. Listen to your body before your brain. You might justify their actions in your mind, but your body always knows. If you feel drained, anxious, guilty, or like you're constantly walking on eggshells around them, that's not love. That's emotional control. Confusion is a sign of manipulation. Clarity is a sign of safety. 3. Don't be fooled by their emotional depth. Dark empaths often seem deep and vulnerable. They cry, they share, they act broken. But their vulnerability isn't always a bridge. Sometimes it's a trap. They use it to disarm you, to make you feel responsible for their healing. Then slowly they turn the power dynamic. So you stay loyal to someone who never truly shows up for you. You are not responsible for fixing someone who uses their pain to hurt others. 4. Set boundaries and don't explain them. If someone pushes your limits, drains your energy, or invades your peace, you have the right to say no. Not with anger, not with drama, just with clarity. Dark empaths thrive on guilt and over-explaining. So don't give them that space. You don't owe access to anyone who confuses you more than they comfort you. 5. Pay attention to how you feel, not just how they act. They might be kind, they might be generous, they might be affectionate, but if you feel weaker, smaller, or unsure around them over time, you're not imagining it. That's not a connection. That's covert control. Not every empath is good. Not every smile is pure. Some people learn your wounds, not to heal them, but to press deeper. So the next time someone says, "I understand you better than anyone," ask yourself, what are they doing with that power? The most dangerous people are not the ones who scream or hit, but the ones who leave no scars, only silence inside you. You can't change them, but you can change how much power you give them.